I don't know. Growing up, I remember like my father, like say within church, or whatever, we go to church when I was younger, and my pops would always be like, this person is, going for clout. There ain't no Instagram, ain't none of that. It's no sharing and aura, quote unquote, aura farming. You know, there's none of that. It's just like, say, a deacon or someone who wants to be perceived as a higher deacon or move up to minister or reverend, what have you. You know what I mean? Like I said, order. Or you see within the infrastructure of politics where, like, if you ever seen, like, say, the show House of Cards, actually a really good show. Where what's my man name? Frank Underwood essentially, you know, uses clout chasing to eventually earn the presidency, and then his wife ultimately does the same thing in order to, usurp his power to become, the first female president within that kind of context or universe or visual universe. And I'm sure it took a great deal of work in order for them to kind of at least achieve the power that they had at that stance, you know what I mean? Within the context of, say, church or politics or, community or whatever. Because even in the community, in the hood, whatever the case may be, right? There's always, like, energies that are perceived as, like, them ones, you know what I mean? Who people come to, be it, like, the reverend at the local church, or be it the community organizer, or be it the local grandma who everybody revere and appreciate and respect when you hear her, tell you pull your pants up, or, or the young athlete who basketball, football, what have you, you know, has garnered a certain level of power, be it through hard work, and most oftentimes than not at those levels it is through hard work. You know what I'm saying? Like that kid who hits the field every day, hits the basketball court every day, working incessantly and intently to, be the best. And then there's those ones who wants to ride the coattail, and that's the distinction. It's like, cloud chasers are individuals who don't necessarily want to do the work, but they want to see those who do the work and get close to them. You know what I'm saying? And try to navigate and, circumnavigate the actual work to try to somehow be close to the person. Proximity of power type of deal. You know what I mean? Because the fact of the matter is, some of us are actually chosen, and not chosen in the sense of like how we hear it all over the place. It's like some of us actually have done the work. You know what I mean? Some of us have actually put the pedal to the metal, 10 toes to the ground, to the asphalt, on the grindstone, like really aiming to facilitate something that could stand the test of time, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Where other ones of us, it's like, okay, they'll spot them. And I think it's more of the clout chasers as opposed to like the people who have power, who have done it through work. It's more the clout chasing. That's become like the new standard, you know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, I'd much rather be close to the person who's doing the shit and take a picture with it, or act like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm the one doing it, or just so that they can kind of garner through like followers or whatever may have you. Like I think all that's stupid, honestly, but I don't think it's unlike how things have always been. I just think it's more digitized now. But I personally feel like there's nothing more gratifying than actually like doing the work, being like exercise, be it like, chasing a dream, facilitating, the things that you see for yourself in your mind's eye. Like, it's nothing more gratifying than that. With certain folks, I feel like a lot of folks haven't necessarily been taught how to, go for something, try to build something, you know what I'm saying? See more than what's in front of your face, you know what I'm saying? Have a bird's eye view regarding like how to approach circumstances. I think if people saw things like that, there'd be less clout chasers. Because what the F you need a clout chase for if you have your own superpower, but you don't unlock it because you try monkey see, monkey do? Make that make sense? Doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, we all were put here for a purpose, a reason, right? So be that as it may, it's like people, I feel like people have a misconception of what power truly is. Like people see power, remember I was saying earlier, people see power as clout. They see this 3D. But what happens when, the different structures that you see a standard are no longer. And it's like disarray or chaos. Then you see who are the powerful ones. You know what I mean? Because then people could usurp power, like I said, through cloud chasing, through, any number of different ways that we've seen it happen over the years. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting older, I'm relatively young, though. I'm only 37. But you can see how, in the music industry and, like, for example, when they siphon people's energy via, like, say, someone who transitioned, and then that person's catalog shoots up to, like, a billion streams or whatever. Cloud chasing. You know what I mean? Because using momentum of someone's actual power through their work ethic to essentially boost something that creates a certain level of comfortability for yourself and what it is that you own, or have.